Hello and welcome to the Let's Play of Awakening of the Rebellion, part 36. Last time we left off with a crazy cliffhanger of this Erigu invasion that was about to happen, and in the last part we also conquered some space around here, did a little strike at Bilbringi, take out their capital ship production, and now this is their retaliatory force, because we knew it was going to happen. I'd left my systems undefended in the lower region, and they were bound to come in and attack one of my many planets. We have a rebel Bacta tank over there at their landing zone. So thankfully I did have time to produce a shield generator, and that might actually help in defending this planet, as they are bringing up quite a lot of AT-ATs and the like. Hopefully they do not go for the shield generator, but they might.
Roger that. Form up.
So let's bring some of these tanks into a better defensive position.
Upgrade complete.
Right. I copy.
Oh, we do have a rebel infiltrator squad as well.
Reporting.
Might be able to take out a couple of these guys with that.
Construction complete.
We might be able to steal a vehicle as well. Lay down some defensive mines. There comes the AT-AT, of course, as the first unit.
Right away. Form up.
Unit
Yes, Commander.
Ah, and that guy just got crushed
complete.
by the AT-AT as he went out. That was kind of bad.
Yes, Commander. Ready.
Try and send this guy out.
Transmission
Try and
received.
steal this AT-AT. Might be able to. We don't want one of those roaming around. However, it's great that if I get it,
Orders confirmed. Heading out.
they are now totally screwed.
Fall out, troops. Let's move out. Roger
Oh,
that.
second AT-AT.
Yes, Commander. Attacking target. Awaiting orders.
As I go in outside of my shield generator, try and attack it with all the firepower I have. And there it goes. I'm back in the shield generator, guys. Back in there. As the AT-AT will continue to move forward. TIE fighters are coming in. However, I do have missile AAC tanks,
Copy.
which are amazing for taking out things like that.
Awaiting your orders. Proceeding to target.
I'm just gonna let the AT-AT do its thing,
Ready.
while the rest of my troops stay inside the shield generator. I said stay inside the shield generator.
Targeting enemy.
But he's not doing that, now is he? Come on, take out the LAT with some missiles. Oh, looks like they did
Yes.
get this landing zone. I'm going to move this infiltrator back inside. Hopefully he gets back. I'm going to be able to see them coming in on the landing zone. My T3Bs have enough range to snipe them as they're coming in.
Fall out, troops. Copy.
Let's move some of these tanks a little bit more forward. I forgot to completely build any sort of AA defenses.
Need something destroyed.
Not good.
Going.
Send out infiltrators to do that. Thankfully we did have a T-1B sitting there.
This way. D2B over.
That probably saved our shield generator for a little bit.
D2B, copy. Yes.
We've secured a building.
Looks like there is another AT-AT waiting
Turret
to do
constructing.
nasty things to me.
Got something for me?
Turret
Roger
constructing.
that. Over there.
I'm going to use this rebel infiltrator to take back this landing zone
We've
with a cloak.
secured a build pad.
I copy. Armor standing by.
Oh man, they just do have a lot of TIE fighters now, don't they?
Construction complete.
However, I do have turbo laser towers also
Construction
shooting.
complete.
Looks like they're bringing up some dark troopers with blades. However, don't bring a knife to a laser fight. Oh no, one of my infiltrators died. But, oh, he still got an AA pull out of that. That is kind of unfortunate for him. The poor guy.
Awaiting orders.
Meanwhile, I did just neutralize their landing zone, and they have no idea I'm there. Except this guy's cloak just ran out.
They'll never never see it coming.
So I'm gonna run them away.
Construction complete.
Copy.
Trying to take this
On the
place
move.
now.
Target confirmed. I copy.
And I won't let them.
Transmission received. Will do.
The force will shield me from their
Loud
view.
and clear. Right away.
Alright, so that landing zone is neutralized. And now I'm waiting for the rest of these guys to come up. I'm gonna lay down some more mines, because I know they're gonna come from there.
Yes, sir.
Lay down
Heading
some
out.
mines, perfect.
Yes, Commander.
And we defended this landing zone. As another AT-AT is gonna come up,
Let's move out.
We've secured a landing zone.
Ready.
I'm gonna send this
Let's go.
Rebel Scout also up there.
Keep going. This way.
Whoa, that AT-AT is getting a little too close. Uh-oh,
Ready to roll.
AAC tank doing some crazy things. I don't know if I approve of this.
Something destroyed.
I'm gonna let my other infiltrator run out. And
Almost
hopefully
ready,
this
sir.
guy doesn't get crushed.
Where do you need me? I copy.
Oh, he didn't. Alright, good.
Target
We've secured a landing zone.
And the AT-ATs, once again, battle each other.
Roger that. Yes, sir. Yes, come on. Got something for me? I can do that.
Reinforcement point contested.
Affirmative. On the move.
Another AT-AT goes down into the forest. Oh, TIE bombers are coming in.
Transmission received.
We've lost a landing zone.
That'll probably take out... Oh, no, it does not.
Turbo
got them
laser
on the
tower
run.
destroyed.
They did destroy a turbo laser tower, however, they are under retreat.
My way, sir.
As the AT-AT, I will pull up.
Yes.
Charge.
We've
Take down all of them. And their battle was completely unsuccessful. So, let's see here. I've got a couple recommendations of strategies from a bunch of you. And I probably will carry most of them out.
tactical battle.
If I don't get
imminent.
attacked right away. And exactly what the strategy entails is getting these Black Sun people out of this region, because I am constantly having to deal with this bullshit attacking me, and I can't properly mount an offense against the Empire if that stuff is going to keep attacking me and corrupting me from behind. So we're going to
Construct
build up
unit. Vehicle
some
cancelled.
forces
Construct
out of
unit.
some of our planets here.
Recruiting soldiers.
And we're gonna go and take some stuff out of Shola here, because I saw that we had some extra
T2B
defenses. We have like
T4
two rebel
ready.
troopers over there. Move
Course.
them over here.
Enemy fleet
And then this fleet
approaching.
is gonna go down and handle this. Because Naboo and Atzeri can defend itself for now, and I do have an additional Mon Calamari cruiser here, with a little bit of ground forces actually, so let's just
Enemy fleet
also
approaching.
siphon those. Put them down here. And
Tactical
apparently there's going to be a
imminent.
battle at Ordibana with level 3 space station and a bunch of random units. And we do have a hero on this planet. So it looks like something that we should be able to handle pretty easily. So I wanted to get into some of the crazier things that I've been up to in terms of this mod. There's been a lot of work being done lately, and some of it is maybe unnoticeable to the
Upgrade
untrained
in
eye.
progress.
You might notice that the abilities just instantly completed, and that's because I'm using a debug right now that allows me to purchase units in tactical combat almost instantly, which allows me to test a lot of units. And that helps me just to go into skirmish and just test things and not have to wait 5 hours for like a shipyard to build or whatever. So some of the interesting things that I've been doing, you can see there's been a fighter overhaul. A bunch of fighters now do have hunt abilities. In fact, the majority of them do, including some bombers. If a unit previously had 2 abilities already, then I did not add a hunt ability. So there are a couple of things like interceptors that do not have
Yes, sir.
hunt abilities. And one of the other things I added is the Howl Runner. These used to be pirate forces, right? However, I have decided that since the I-7 Howl Runner is actually a Imperial ship, I would actually give it to the Empire as a free purchase since it has a hyperspace, and it will be able to be one of those units that the Empire can purchase. Now I have a couple of replacements coming in for the Black Sun in terms of fighters, and yeah, so it's not a big loss, and I think the I-7 Howl Runner will fit a little bit better inside the Empire role. Here you can see the heavy Corellian Corvette that I think one of the latest things that I've done is this heavy Corellian Corvette. I wish I could focus in on it. There we go. It has multiple moving turrets, and it's a new model. And what I've done is that it's strictly going to be a Black Sun unit, because looking at I've looked up a little bit about these Corellian Corvettes, and it turns out that that is a fan-made version of it, and it's and basically what it is an armored up gun whatever version of the regular Corellian Corvette, and that more fits into the role of what the Black Sun are doing in terms of modifying things and making them more powerful. And it's not going to be available in the what's it called? The Corellian Shipyard. So it's no longer purchasable for anyone but the Black Sun. It's a special unit. There's another one that's coming in that's also Corellian, but it's not in the game yet, but I do plan on adding it. So my previous statement of adding units in, man, I gotta go attack these people because they're just taking their sweet time. So my previous comment about adding new units in, it is no longer like I said I wouldn't be doing it, it's no longer the case. So I am indeed going to be adding units, and it's going to be glorious.
This way. Over there.
So here we have a couple of Corellian ships. I don't know how the Rebellion are getting this, considering they don't have Corellia. That's another thing that I really need to sort out, because they shouldn't be getting these. But I'm pretty sure it's coming from the free forces that they get. And like honestly, this is bullshit. They don't control Corellia. Or no, wait, this is the Empire. What am I talking about? I'm facing the Empire. I'm sorry. I've been doing a lot of Black Sun testing, and I've been playing them a lot more. So the Empire's getting... Alright, well then it's fine. But still, I should check into that to see if there is a problem. Because I have seen the Rebellion Forces AI get ships like that, and they shouldn't be getting them if they don't control the planet, and it's weird. And I think they're getting them in the free forces that they get regardless of what planets they choose. So the AI is kind of screwy in this game. It doesn't really follow the game's rules, and it just kind of spawns units. And so I have to, it's random crap like that that I have to take care of. Another thing that you might notice, these turrets, they were here before previously, but what I've done to turrets now is that they automatically acquire targets on their own, and they also rotate a lot faster, which allows them to get into combat and actually be useful, where previously they would kind of sit there idling. But you can see that they are tracking targets by themselves. I'm not ordering the space station to target anything, and you can see that they are targeting ships by themselves. And maybe we can get a sneak peek of that. I'm going to pull this Mon Calamari back because I don't want it to get killed. It's a hero. We might... Oh, see, there you go. Maybe you saw that or not. You can see that some turrets are pointing in other directions, and some are firing at the ships. And so the turrets are a lot smarter now, and they have a larger range of rotation as well. So there's just a lot of changes, and every ship that has turrets has this change. So I've gone in and literally changed every single turret to be smarter, and you can see that they automatically started targeting the ships as they got into range. So speaking of turrets, I tried to do an interesting thing in terms of the Black Sun Skirmish Space Station, and I ran into a little bug. Oh my god! Make it stop! Make it stop! I can't make it stop. It just keeps firing. Oh my god, everything's blowing. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is... Alright, well, you know what? I am so terribly sorry. So that was quite weird. It started firing just...
Responding.
automatically, because basically what I need to do for that change is
Hit the engines.
there's a problem with the skirmish Black Sun space station in that even if you upgrade and turn on the galactic gun on top of the space station, it is not going to work regardless because of the shipyards that you can spawn in. So basically what I've done is I've tried to automate that system and create the gun just in skirmish, because in Galactic Conquest it works. So just in skirmish, it automatically targets things for you. You can also, tell the space station what to target by just, clicking on the space station and just telling the space station to attack something, and the galactic gun will automatically shoot at something. And I fixed the reload time and whatever. It was a strange coding procedure that the original developers used. I don't know why. I don't know what for. It seems like,
Squadron reporting. Station ready.
like I said in a lot of previous episodes, the code for this game is not that. It's kind of like all over the place in terms of there's just crap like that doesn't work in certain places. Like for example, with the turret rotation, I ran into a problem where it's like if you give the firing arc of the turret, it calculates it in total amount of degrees. But if you tell it, like, there's another line of command that is specific to turrets that tells it how far the turret can actually rotate. And that one is done on a plus-minus basis. So if you put 90 in, it's 90 degrees in the negative and 90 degrees in the positive, so you get 180 arc. But in the fire cone, the way the code works there is that you have to give the total fire cone, so you have to actually put 180. So if you want the same value, you need two different values for two different slots. And it's crap like that that's slowing me down in terms of doing things in this mod that I really want to do. Is just random bugs like that. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. This battle's just been going on, and Rebellion fighters are just, doing what they do best. I actually wanted to ask you guys a question in terms of these upgrades up here. And I touched briefly on them before when I was, when they were free to buy. Well, not free to buy, they instantly upgraded. I wanted to know if you guys rather have those removed. I've seen, I think it's Thrawn's Revenge that completely removes the entire upgrade system for Galactic Conquest. And I've been thinking about it. I wouldn't remove them completely. I'd keep a couple of them for interesting things like allowing your ships to self-repair on their own. That would be an ability. Or something like Black Sun has a couple of interesting ones. Or just adding more reinforcements. You can actually purchase more reinforcements to hyperspace in. So there's things like that that I can add. But I was thinking the upgrades that literally give you like the damage dealt increase, I don't know if I like those. However, I'm not going to get rid of them. And hold on one second. Sorry, I forgot to turn my Skype notifications off. That always happens to me. But yeah, so sorry about that. If you heard the Skype notification, that was me. So as these ships are coming in slowly, I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have taken out any engines, because that just made this battle last twice as long, unfortunately. And they're coming in very slowly.
Right away.
And what else have I changed? I've changed quite a lot of things. The turret thing took me the longest, and the fighter thing also took me a little bit, but that wasn't that big of a deal. It was more my mistakes rather than the game being problematic. The turrets, however, I'm very proud of the turrets. The other thing I've done is that the Aldi fighters now heal themselves, much like the spaceships do. Before, it was random. But what I mean by random is that, well, let's take out this heavy Corellian Corvette. I might actually show off how it works. So the way you can see that all the turrets will rotate and fire at targets, and the turrets are actually the dual turrets instead of the regular Corellian Corvette single turrets. So what this basically does is that this Corvette basically becomes an up-armored, kind of more, less in the role of anti-fighter and more in the role of a weak capital ship, killer. at least. So it'll take out capital ships pretty good with those dual turbo lasers, and but it's pretty weak in itself. So it's a Corvette, so it'll have low health and it won't really do much damage. So you can see that they're moving in now, and my Rebellion fighters are going to come in and intercept along with my MC-30 hero. Who is this? Crix Maydeen, yeah. Guy with the weird 80s hairdo, and I think it's the Return of the Jedi. I think you see him in the briefing before the Death Star battle. Oh man, alright. So these Howl Runners are just all over my shit right now. Oh, speaking of smart AI, so indeed, increasing the sensor ranges has indeed made the AI smarter. Now, it hasn't been direct because in the last episode, the AI wasn't changed. The AI was still using. They were able to see everything, right? But in this version, which is being played right now, the AI can only see as far as their sensor ranges on their ships can see. So that has started to make the AI do very interesting decisions and a little bit more human-like decisions in terms of defending space stations. And I've seen them. It's also interesting because they don't know what force you come in with. Like before, they'd know exactly what your force is, and they would retreat right away. But now if they don't know how big your force is, they kind of slowly move in. You might see it, and they slowly move in, and then as soon as they see what force you bring in, they're like, nope, retreat. And it's funny that the AI was programmed in a smart way, or smart-ish way, but it wasn't utilized, I guess. And I guess the sensor range stuff really helped out. So I'm going to be attacking this level 3 space station with this small rebellion force because I need to get past this intersection. I could have just gone around, I think, through Zar, but I'd rather just blow some shit up, make it fun. So let's see. The next thing that has been done, I don't know if you've noticed yet, is the Corellian Corvette has another new model, and it also has rotating turrets. And it's also applied to the heroes as well. Because the original Corellian Corvette was using the original game's Forces of Corruption model. And compared to all these nice models, it looked like ass. And so I've decided that, hey, why not, use some, interesting looking ships with rotating turrets and use my, work I've done on turrets and add it. And there you can see an Acclamator, which is another new unit that you might have seen sneak peeks of it before, but you just got another sneak peek at it because you still haven't really seen it in combat, I don't think. But that thing's an interesting ship. Now the reason they retreated there, it's trying to disprove my smart AI theory, but in fact it was retreating because they did have ground forces, and they always retreat when they have ground forces no matter what, because they know that they are risking a lot of money that can easily get taken out. Now they're just constantly ships are just constantly coming in at different intersections, and stuff like that.
Construction complete.
So hold on one second here. There's a fleet over outside there. I need to clear that out. Oh, another ground force that I can use. Looks like there might be a battle. Yep. So it's one Venator. The Venators and the Imperial Star Destroyers, the turret change has affected them the most because before sometimes their turrets wouldn't fire, and you weren't seeing their full firepower a lot of the times. But now since the turrets automatically target, even if they're just moving towards a ship and you haven't assigned a attack for it yet, it will target ships, and the full firepower will, they will dish out their full firepower now, no matter what. So that's the main reason why I added that change in. Besides just making the turrets actually useful, there's actually a couple of ships that I didn't even know had turrets, and one comes to mind is a unit that isn't revealed yet. It's going to come in the New Republic era, so yeah, you guys will see it eventually. The Liberator has been very much affected because every gun on the Liberator was literally turrets, and if half of them weren't firing, then you weren't getting the full effect of the ship. So the turret change has been one of the more drastic changes. The Corellian Destroyer actually has 2 turrets on it, and you can see that they're also firing at random targets. I haven't even assigned anything to fire, so it's a pretty nice change. I very much enjoy that change. Also very proud of it. Speaking of just changes in general, if you guys are interested, I have made an official ModDB page for my efforts, and I'm officially calling this the Reawakening of the Rebellion, so that it's a separate version. I'm not going to remain with the Awakening of the Rebellion title simply because it's not my mod in the first place, and even though I have gotten permission to release it, I'd rather release it under a similar but different name so that people know that it's not an SMG mod, and at the same time I am not trying to take credit for Awakening of the Rebellion itself. So there's kind of a compromise in there, and I kind of just decided on my own. I don't know what this Venator's doing. This is a very weird thing. I think it's because it's a hero and they automatically will combat you. So there's some things in the AI that I can't really change. But the AI is still smarter. And you can see that the turrets are targeting me. You can see that all of them are firing, and I'm pretty sure that it also affects the AI, because sometimes the AI wouldn't target ships. But this Venator is just screwed, man. Look at this thing. It's just dead. Just dead.
The iron cannons are offline.
You can see that Corellian Corvettes up there are actually dishing out a little bit more firepower. I think it still has the exact same stats. Even with the 2 additional turrets, I tried to mimic the original Corvette that was in the mod. So I don't think it's actually changed anything, but it just feels cooler when you have 2 rotating turrets on a Corellian Corvette. So yeah, that they got taken out pretty fast. And yeah, Carrack Cruiser also has seen a change, but I'm not going to show that off because there's no point. That would just be an unnecessary battle to fight, because the auto-resolve will now understand how to correctly auto-resolve things. Hey! More interesting changes. More like patching the regular game than I was patching the mod. I think the mod had less problems in it than the actual game did. But I digress. And here we're going to chase them back. We might actually get to see an Acclamator in action. However, I doubt it, because they have a couple of ground infantry. One of the things that I need to do is bring down a fleet from the top of the map. Bring it down towards, I think, gosh, what was the name of that map? Atzeri? I think it's Atzeri. The place where I was attacked at in the beginning of this episode.
The enemy is approaching.
Yep, and they're going to retreat again. You guys are just... I'm just teasing this Acclamator. And you guys just... Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, Garnbel Iblis. Well, isn't that fantastic? Because I'm going to need his ass to...
Building under construction.
Actually, no. Let's not build anything here. Let's just leave a fleet. Let's see. This guy's a frigate captain. This guy is a frigate captain, so we don't need both of them. This guy's an admiral, which outranks both frigate captains. And a corvette captain. So, let's just leave the 2 heroes behind.
Construction complete.
They might be less pressed to attack. Oh, level 5 space station at Hippori.
T4B ready.
I think we should attack Geonosis first.
Right away, sir.
So let's just prepare for that. Meanwhile, up here, we have a little bit of a problem, because they're going to be constantly attacking this place, and I really need to get this fleet down to build, not to build Bringing because we just attacked it, but around here, and we need to push Quat. We really do, even with that hyper velocity gun. We need to push. Oh man, look at this fleet at Nemodia too. They're probably getting ready to attack Ordubana, honestly. So
Enemy fleet approaching.
screw it, we're gonna go down there. And it looks like a planetary battle at Nyarwan is gonna happen. So we're probably going to bum rush the landing zone, and we'll probably take them out pretty early in the match, in the battle here. Speaking of this planet, one of the things I also fixed was the shipyards, and the shipyards now correctly, finally. Goodness gracious, that took me. I literally wasted an entire day on the shipyards. There was so many bugs with the shipyards. There was so many reasons why they weren't actually spawning the things they were supposed to be spawning, and I might get into the technical details one day, but I don't know. I'd rather concentrate on this battle right now. So we've got a bunch of troops landing here, and hopefully my stuff gets here pretty quick. You can see that they have some Canderous tanks, which are the strongest unit right now for the Black Sun, and they're going to stay that way, because, you know, even a faction with weak units should have at least a main battle tank that you can depend on in most certain situations. You can see they're just retreating. They brought down some AATs, which are pretty bad, and everyone can buy those, but they're not anything special. Launch some torpedoes over there at that Canderous assault tank, blow it up. We need to go in and secure this landing zone as fast as possible. Damn, they took out one of the T-3Bs pretty quick. But it looks like we're pretty much spawn camping them, and they're not going to get through to any of my other reinforcement points. So that is probably a wrap, as Guri is probably going to die. Hopefully she doesn't steal something. Yeah, there we go. That scream, I mean, she's dead. Very, very dead. So yeah. Returning to the ModDB thing, there's a link in the description for you guys to check that out. Battle of Geonosis, here we go, while I talk about this ModDB thing. So please visit that page. You'll find more constant updates on that page. I guess you'll see them on here in video format, but it's pretty random in terms of how these changes get displayed on this Let's Play series. You'll find a more consistent set of updates on that page, and of course you can comment and give me suggestions, and you know, just build a community for the mod and get the word out there. That's kind of like the hub now for this mod. If you want to discuss it, talk about changes, go to the ModDB page, tell people about it, get people excited, because there's lots of pictures, lots of updates, lots of my thoughts, and just a general overview of my progress. So I'd rather not people think that my YouTube channel is the hub of the mod, because that's just kind of unofficial, and this is kind of a more for the videos and more for the Let's Plays than it is for the mod changes. But I will be releasing update videos in terms of just mod changes on this channel as well as on the ModDB page. So if you want to keep updated with the mod, I would suggest that you head on over there and yeah, follow that mod and stuff, and get people to get excited about it. The more people that it looks like are following it, the more people are going to get excited for it. So yeah, just throwing that out there, you know, hint hint. And this fleet is just slowly taking its time. Now, one of the things I'm worried about right now is this galactic gun, because I haven't tested it in Galactic Conquest yet, so I don't know what the hell it's going to pull off here. It might completely screw me over and kill this whole fleet. But it should only fire every 90 seconds, according to plan. And it doesn't automatically fire, so the AI actually has to select its target to make it fire. One of the things I haven't done yet is the sensor ranges for the space stations. I'm actually not sure how to do that. That's going to be a test thing, because space stations should have a large view of the battlefield, but at the same time you don't want the entire battlefield to be shown with a space station, because you want to give a little bit of advantage to the attacker, or maybe the advantage should go to the defender. I think maybe breaking through the lines, I don't know, it's kind of, I haven't decided yet, so if you guys have an opinion on that, let me know if the space station should also have a massive, maybe not a massive, but around the size of this sensor range that I have right about now is about the size I'm thinking for space stations. And why are they all targeting Gargantuan? Please, no. This guy, he keeps dying all over and over and over. The Black Sun also has had a bunch of fighter changes. I don't know if you might be able to see it. Super fighters, there they are. Hello. Look what ability they have. They have power to weapons as an ability. I think that's the only starfighter squadron that has power to weapons. And basically what that allows it to do is just dish out a shitload of firepower with its turbo laser towers right as it gets close on a bombing run. Please, Garmbales, do not die. Come on. Come on, please, no. Yeah, it's gonna die. He's gonna die. See, the AI just... The AI knows. The AI knows shit now. It just... Oh. Did the galactic gun fire? Hey, I noticed it's rotated. But I don't think it fired. I guess there's a little bit more testing that has to go into that. That galactic gun is also causing me quite the problem. And you can see that Black Sun ain't no joke no more. Their space stations, they will mess you up. They will definitely mess you up through their fighter deployments. It is not a joke anymore. You can see the new Corellian Corvettes just looking oh so sexy. I think you guys actually got to see the heavy Corellian Corvette first before I updated it on the ModDB page. So there's that. You guys might get some sneak peeks on the YouTube channel. It looks like this battle is pretty well fought. Unfortunately, I don't know why Garmbel just keeps dying. He's just, you know what?
Enemy fleet approaching.
He just has it bad. And another... Oh no, it's Erigu that I need to attack. And Atseri is also being defended right now by a Mon Calamari frigate. And Ordibana, looks like that huge-ass fleet is going there. Hopefully my fleet can get there, maybe as a retaliation force. Oh, hello there, land forces! I just took out quite a lot of them. And it looks like another spaceship. Yeah. I think I'm going to have to retreat here. So let me just take care of this real quick. Alrighty then, I wonder where it's going to go. Over to Tatooine. That's not a bad location, actually. They'll defend it pretty well. So I think you guys got a pretty damn good episode today in terms of stuff. So I'm going to cut it off here, and I'm going to have the Geonosis invasion and whatever happens at Ordibana in the next episode. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you around in part 37, I believe.